It's week 7 of the National Football League as we see a team who left LA take on a team who came back home. It's the Chargers and the Raiders on Thursday night.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Purdy off the play fake. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
This is brought in at the 21. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
2nd down and 6 now. Once more, here's Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. The Chargers had a very solid 4-1 here in the early part of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Herbert now. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And
they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's a second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Purdy will set up to throw it here. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back to throw, Purdy. Finding Ertz again. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
It was a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Davante Adams. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown. But when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Meanwhile, Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let him get anywhere near it.
They'll run for it with Eckler. And trying to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short. And he is short. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get...
After review of the play.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Here's Purdy. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Phidarian Mathis burying him for the sack. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
55 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Second down and a yard. It's Eckler again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they're just trying.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Bobby Wagner came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Pass out left finds Johnston. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. A little short pass. This is Everett. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back them out of field goal range. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we have reached halftime with it. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chargers getting ready to go here to start this 3rd quarter. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the 3rd quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll be taken down right there at the 38. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second and 6. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Purdy looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing here, Purdy. And that one too wide and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Kappa. 5-9.
On first down, it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. Running on first down, Eckler. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Johnston on the quick slant. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Eckler. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Eckler again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Boy, what a start to the week this has been. All tied 4th quarter as the kick's away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Open man right side, Myers. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Now Purdy. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. His 2nd catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his 1st. And it's 2nd down. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Here's Purdy. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Purdy to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind him. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
Herbert and the Chargers down 10-7, a minute 14 to go. And their four-game winning streak in great danger. They started on the ground with Eckler. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. He's still on his feet. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
Succop for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now it's the Raiders' turn, trailing by 4. A little under 40 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Purdy to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Throwing, Purdy. Same target, it's Jacobs again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Purdy to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Purdy. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To throw is Purdy. That's to the pylon and incomplete. Defensively now, one more play to stop. What are they looking for?
You want to take away their number one running option that you've scouted and take away their number one receiver and see if someone else can beat you.
Purdy with one final shot here. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game.